Should women make the first move? Well, according to OkCupid, they should. OkCupid conducted their own survey using their users' habits. And this is what they found. So first of all, over 40% of women prefer to split the check than not, okay? Also, straight men are more than 3 times as likely to make the first move or send the first message, more so than women. Women who do actually make the first move experience more success on the dating platform. A similar level of success is found for bisexual women, while gay users experience identical rates of success across genders. And the study attributed the clear disparity for one simple reason, that, quote, men tend to respond a lot. Also, really interesting is that the study found that a woman's chances of attracting a more attractive counterpart is when they actually make the first move. And this is how they break it down. Quote, based on what we know, if you're a woman and receive a message, the man who sent it is about 5 percentile points less attractive than you. But if you send the first hello, the man is about 7 percentile points more attractive than you. So if you typically wait to be approached, you could elevate your game by about 12% points just by sending the first message. Okay, thoughts, 5 words or less. Tag, you're it.
Not okay, stupid.
Aren't they entitled to privacy? Like, that's what's confusing about this. If you're a user of OkCupid, is this okay?
I'm sure it was some kind. Well, no, they have back-end user data, and they're not. So 2 options. 1, it was like a survey, which they've done and we reported on before. Or 2, they just have back-end user data on what's successful. But they follow up and see like how well it works. So it probably was a survey.
Well, here's what. Okay, this was just given to me from Amir. So
yeah, this is breaking news.
This is breaking.
Whether women should make a first move deal.
That's different. We'll get into that. But really quickly about privacy, according to OkCupid, a spokesperson told the Daily Dot, this is a clear violation of our terms of service in the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, and we're exploring legal options. They are not happy with this research
team. Yeah, you seem like a real charm to date.
They are.
Yeah. Let's go out on a date right now.
They are not, because according to this that Amir just gave us, the researchers not only included the user handle names. So the user handle names, you don't actually see their names. So let's say Brett's user handle name is pink shirt. Great.
Salmon shirt, probably.
Blush shirt.
Blush, thank you. Blush shirt.
You can do some digging and find out that blush shirt is actually Brett Ehrlich. And
that's horse shit.
And also, according to inside the study, it says here that the researchers even admit in another paper detailing the scraping process that the only reason they didn't take user images is because, quote, it would have taken up a lot of hard drive space.
Oh, wow.
So they were even going to include images.
Okay, yes. So it's clear violation of the terms of service.
But let's get back to the
Whether or not
study.
that's true.
Okay.
I totally get this. As guys, like if women make the first move, we're so used to the idea of girls not wanting to talk to us that if they do want to talk to us, we're like, yeah, how? Let's date tomorrow.
Is that a turn on to you when a woman makes the first move?
It's just so utilitarian. It's just like, this is easier if you express any interest. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's women who have been like, I expressed so much interest, he just didn't even respond to it at all. It's just because we don't believe it that you would show any interest in us whatsoever. And maybe I'm speaking from a personal experience standpoint, but like a lot of us would be like, she's making eye contact with me across the bar, for example, but I don't think she really means it. She's probably just looking around.
That is so interesting because my brother is actually on OkCupid, and I have heard exactly.
Yeah, that's a violation of his terms of service. You just outed your brother.
But yeah, he's like, go guys, date him, honestly.
Please.
No, but find him. He's sweet. Any ladies in Michigan. Anyway, so look, I'm sorry. Damn it, I just wanted to find love. Okay, so
you're like Cupid.
Yeah. Okay. So, but he's told me exactly what you were saying, and I have made fun of him for it, and now I feel badly because it sounds like it could be true. My joke with my brother is that when he goes to a bar, he just goes like, anybody, literally, is there anyone here? Can you hear me? Do you identify as a woman? Just, I'll be there.
Does he really do this, or is this like the equivalent?
No, he doesn't, but that's what I feel
like. Because I think that would be funny. Hello, I'm here, and I'm extremely desperate.
Yeah. I'll be in the back.
I'll be over there drinking.
If there is anyone here that can hear me, or even not, I'm making a sign with my hands, and it sounds like that is kind of what guys are used to. Just consistent rejection.
Guys are used to just being like, you have to be used to it. I didn't really ever do this when I was in the dating world as much.
Like, have you gotten rejected? Like, what? I'm just curious
God,
because
yes.
this is a very heteronormative study. So I'm curious about from your perspectives.
For me, I've never had a fear of being one to make the first move. So
Okay.
I think just do you. If you're comfortable doing that, don't fall into the stereotype out there that women aren't supposed to make the first move.
Have you made the first move?
Yes, totally made the first move, and it's worked and it hasn't worked.
And okay, so if it has worked, do you think that the guy that you made the first move on was more attractive than some of the guys that have hit on you? Did you notice that correlation?
And this is going to sound
Like a lie.
I swear to God, I'm all based on chemistry. If I see someone across the room and I just see how they're interacting with their friends or the way they're bobbing their head to a song, like I immediately will feel like that chemistry.
Like if he's there
Just
on the other
bobbing your
side
head,
going
yeah.
like,
Okay, did you make the first move with Brett? Did you make the first move with your
yes,
girlfriend?
yeah, we know. She tweeted something. She retweeted something that I tweeted. And then
you
I
were
went
like,
into
"She's
her
hot."
Twitter. I was like, nice butt. And then I went into her Twitter and I was like, oh, you're funny. And
She's
I was
so
like,
funny.
And I was like, yeah, so hey, what's up?
Allow myself to introduce myself.
I was like, hey, do you want to give me your phone number?
Can I have your number? Can I have your number?
Because this was at the early days of DMs.
Oh.
Give me your phone number and we can talk and become real friends. And she's like, here's my email.
Good
she didn't
call.
quite-
Yes, that's
I
so
went.
smooth.
Yeah.
But
Here's my email.
I read The Art of the Deal, so I went for the grand gesture at the beginning for something huge, and I negotiated it down to like, maybe you're a creep.
Wait, how did you get from email to dating? How did you get that first date?
She came on a show that I did. It was a
Really?
big thing.
So you
She did
played
this-
the
I was like,
producer
you should
card?
come down and be on
He
a show.
played the producer
But I knew
card,
she wanted
folks.
to,
So-
and
but
it
in
wasn't
that-
like you got to sleep with me to get on my show.
No, of course not. But you still play.
was just
Hey,
a
you want to
nice-
be on my
But
show?
you made.
I
the
was
first
like, hey,
move.
here's a list of things.
But back to the study really quickly, because I think there are people out there that might have a fear of hitting on someone or making the first move. What's some advice that you guys could give to our viewers if they really do want to make that first move? They see somebody, they want to pounce, but they're afraid to.
Just pounce.
I don't mean
Just get a running
physically. I
start
don't
before you
mean-
do
Yeah.
leap onto the
If
person's
you pounce,
face.
just remember soft knees.
Have you ever been nervous when you see a girl across the room that you want to go talk to?
Oh yeah, well especially because for me I'm attracted predominantly to straight girls. So for me it's always just setting yourself up.
So are
for...
you always the one making the first move?
No. Well,
Oh.
no. Well, you
So
have
both.
to.
Wait, no.
This isn't
no,
about
you must
me.
explain.
Why? You
No,
asked
it's like
me.
no. Here's the
Get
thing.
over
You
it,
have
we
to
have.
trick. You don't.
Any shame you have to throw out the window.
Yeah.
You have to. I use the word.
Why are you getting all bashful and weird
what's
right
happening?
now?
Okay, look.
She's
okay.
like tugging on her
You ha-
shoes.
I don't know.
She's literally tugging on her shoes.
No, I feel like in my situations, it's been a matter of like I will make the first move, kind of, but then I have to. In indicating my interest, but because they're straight, I have to let them know that they kind of need to give me that green
Right.
light. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I was using the word you have to like trick them into things, but you don't. It's not trick at all. It's just more that I have to be like, hey,
Fool them.
you big lesbian. If you're into that, like give me blink twice sort of thing. Like let me know
That's
what
so good.
your like what are your like signs or something, so that I don't make a huge complete idiot of myself, and I'll just be over there. Dancing.
Why is
great.
it?
I have no
Like
moves,
this?
Sam.
Why?
I have no moves. That's
Why?
what I'm saying.
I wonder
dancing.
why. Okay, so but you're primarily attracted to what you would believe women that are straight. Does it feel like a conquest to you? Like that just surprises me that you'll see a straight girl and you immediately want the straight girl.
Well, it's just kind of how it's been. There have
You're
been.
attracted to.
No,
It's
that's
just
not
like
my point. But
like
is it
9
also
times
a
out of 10, I
challenge,
find
though?
out they're straight. Yeah, I think it is kind of a little bit of me is like, it's a challenge. Like
I
it's almost
like
like
it.
Every mountain.
Yeah, I don't
what
know.
that
I'm not proud of myself, Sam, and
Yeah,
I
none
don't
of us are.
have
None of us
moves.
are. None of us are
Okay,
proud
good,
of
okay,
ourselves.
good.
Yeah,
it's
believe
always
me.
it's always
We're
a
on
disaster.
that's why we're all.
It's
that's
always
why we
yeah.
bond.
So maybe
Yeah.
okay. So for our viewers, maybe you'll feel better that there's really no smooth foolproof way to approach someone to make the first move. But if you like them, then just put yourself out there and see what happens.
And be authentic.
Worst case scenario, you just get a cool or weird story like us.
And we've all been there. Sincerity, I think, is the hottest thing. If you can just go up to somebody and just be sincere instead of like throwing out those cheesy one-liners.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. And also, like, make sure you do like them. Like, don't just like, so many guys are like, there's numbers of girls out there, and I have succeeded 4% of the time. So to have 4 girls, I must hit on 100 girls.
Really quickly, what's the weirdest one-liner that you've ever used or that you've ever heard?
Oh, shit. I don't do one-liners, I don't
What
think.
if that maybe one of your friends have said?
I have a friend who just walks up and just goes like, I like that bag you've got.
Oh, I like that.
And he's good, and you know him.
I actually.
And he's like,
oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, he's just like, that's a really good bag, and he knows everything about bags and fashion.
I love that,
And then he'll be
actually.
like, oh, is that like the Chanel fart bag or whatever? It's usually not the fart bag. Don't quote me on that. But he just like, then it's just like, oh, wow, you know, like you're doing a very masculine thing, which is to just approach me and talk. But we're talking about like
Handbags.
a very feminine thing, which is handbags, but you're doing it forcefully. Oh, I've watched it work miracles.
Oh, I believe it
And he
works.
does care. He does care
I
about all
believe
that
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Love it.
I've been hit on before by guys. I know it's hard to believe, by guys, and they'll be like, "Hey, like, you want to dance? Like, what's up?" And I'm like, "I'm gay." And I had one guy one time say, he's like, "It's 2016. That's beautiful. Let's make it work." I'm like, "What are you not understanding about gay?" Like, no. I mean, yeah, it is 2016, but it doesn't mean what?
Yeah.
No, it'd be a bad time for both of us. No one would
Not
have
for him.
fun. Sam, back to you. What's the worst one
yes.
that you've
I remember one about a zipper. What's the one about the zipper? I can see you in your pants or something, or
like
is your
to
zipper a
unzip
mirror?
you.
No, something like something about
yeah,
a-
your zip is your pants. Are your pants a mirror? Because I could see myself in them.
But when I was in London just recently, we were at a club, and Mark and his friend were like sitting down, like where we were, like the table was, and then me and Mark's friend's wife go to dance, and there's like what's the age to go to clubs in London? Because I swear this boy was
16.
like 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was 16, but he looked 14. And so like we're coming out from the bathroom, and then he just starts like dancing with me.
Yes,
And
he does.
I was so weirded out because he looked so young, and I was like, "No, honey, I'm way too old for you." And he was like, "But you like." He was like from Italy. He goes, "But you like," and I'm like, "No," and I'm standing stiff as a board. And he
So is
keeps
he.
No. And he keeps dancing, and I'm like, "I'm way too old for you." And he's like, and he just kept repeating, "But you like," thinking, but he said it in different ways. So first he's like, "But you like." I'm like, "No, I'm too old for you." "But you like." I'm like, "No, honestly, like, I gotta go." "But you like." Like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed in my life. And then I just kind of like skirted out of there, and then I felt bad.
And then he's like, "But you like."
And I just felt so bad. But it was the right thing to do. I felt like it was the right thing to do. I'm proud of
was,
myself.
Sam.
He was
I'm proud of you,
adorable. He was absolutely adorable.
Should have gone for it.
I'm
Like, so
married,
if you're watching,
and I'm
come find me. I do like. As it turns out, I do like.
he's underage, and I'm married.
Here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, please. Again, the whole like point of this story is to just do you, feel confident.
He was trying to do you.
We will see you guys next time. And we're on Facebook Live right now. Sorry, Mom. We'll see you next time on